Okay, this seems more promising. Am I live? I think I'm live. It would appear I'm live. I have not done this in a very, 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 very long time. Well then, another live stream. Is there a link that I can tweet out? Evening, hello. Is there a link that I can tweet out? Because it just says YouTube/webcam, so I don't know if I can tweet it out. Bother. Oh my god, I missed this. I know it has been a while since I've done a live stream. I can't remember the last time I did one, actually. It must have been a few months now, something like that. Yeah. Hello to everybody that is popping up. Bear with me 1 second. Okay. Right. Hello, hello, hello. Yes, I am back. Sorry. Lots of people saying hello. Met you at Vorp. Yes, I did. I remember. How's life? It is going good, actually, for a change. Things are going well. So, although I was so looking forward to the England-Spain game, however, I forgot it was on. So that's fun. Just tuned in, literally just started. Only been going like a minute and a half. Eat my salad. I'm all right. I've had my tea. Does pineapple belong on pizza? No, I don't like pineapple on pizza. And did you know people put chocolate on pizza, then cook it so it melts on it? That sounds grim, but at the same time, I can see how that would work. I know that sounds fucked up, but sometimes sweet and savory really work, so I could see that. Thoughts on Series 11 so far? And a few people have said about the latest episode. I didn't actually get to see the episode yesterday. I was busy, so I didn't get around to it. I forgot it was on, actually. And I haven't caught up yet. So I've only seen episode 1. I'm not really going to talk about Series 11 too much anyway, or at least in great detail, because 1, it's just started, and 2, I don't like to judge until I've seen the full thing. So a few people have said to me, like, what do you think of this episode? What do you think of episode 2, episode 1, blah, blah, blah. Whereas I'm just like, I'm just going to do a review of Series 11, most likely with Dan as well, who was in the podcast and a few other videos. So yes. Do you think we can get anything from Chelsea this Saturday? Smashed. I don't know. The form that United are in and the form that Chelsea are in, there's only one way that this can go, and it's a Chelsea win. I hate to say it, but I can't see United getting anything out of it. And if they do, it'll be a miracle. But who knows? As long as he doesn't play Scott McTominay in defence again, I think I have a chance. Would you rather watch Liverpool win the treble for the rest of your life or watch Hellbent for the rest of your life? Die. I'll pick that one. Might not speak much watching the new special edition of Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy. Very good. Enjoy. Is the Earth flat? No. What did you think of The Woman Who Fell to Earth? Okay, well, that is one that I have seen, so I will talk about that one briefly. I didn't care for it that much. I didn't think it was that strong of an opener. I mean, if anybody's seen Stu Bagful's review of it, I agree with pretty much 80% of what he said in terms of like the plot, and the characters weren't really anything new. They weren't really anything different. The villain was lackluster. And I don't think Jodie Whittaker's hit the ground running. Having said that, she may improve. I don't know. But as of yet, I don't know. It needed to be another 11th hour, and I don't think it was. Far from it. So you never know, though. It might pick up. I hope it does. Alexis Sanchez shirt, regretting that purchase. Honestly, a little. Not going to lie. I bought it when he signed, so he hadn't played a game for United then. And I was just like, oh, do you know what? I like Sanchez and I like the number 7, so I'll buy it. And then, yep. But that shirt is cursed as well, actually, because every time I've worn it when I've been watching a United game, they've lost or they've not won. They've, well, drawn. So, yeah, not fun. Are you sad that Venom got bad reviews? Well, I haven't seen it yet, so I really want to see it. Am I surprised? No. It's a Sony superhero movie, so they tend to get hammered quite a bit. But I mean, if people are saying it's not as bad as the critics are making out, then that's good. And obviously, it has made a lot of money as well. When's the End of Time reaction going to be up? Hopefully this week. I'm probably going to film that at some point tomorrow. It'll be in 2 parts, so I'll do, because obviously the End of Time is in 2 parts, so I'll do part 1 and part 2. But yeah, which reminds me, actually, thank you very much for 5,000 subscribers. I think this is the first time I've sort of mentioned it. Well, no, I mentioned it in my last video, but sort of mentioned it in this way. Like, it sort of just crept up on me. I didn't really see it, and I just sort of looked on YouTube, and I was like, oh, shit, I've hit it. Wow, okay, great. So 10K next, I guess. Fuck knows what I'm going to do for 10K, but it's 5 at the minute, which focus on that. How have you been lately? Glad to see you living. Glad to see you happy living a non-stereotypical YouTuber life, judging by your Instagram. Yeah, I'm not really flashy and outgoing. I'm not just like, look at what I'm doing. It's just like, nice picture. I'll put it on Instagram, you know. But yeah, I have been good. When's the next podcast? I don't know. I have got people lined up, and I'm waiting. Danny's going to be the next person on it again. He was in the first one, obviously, and I think I said in that podcast I want him to be the regular. So it's when I can get a chance to record with him. I think he starts a new job either this week or the next week, so it might be a bit more difficult to get him on, but I'm determined to get him on next and for subsequent ones. So next few weeks, I'm going to say I'll try and get one around for Halloween, because I know that Dan wants to talk about horror films in particular, so that should be a good one, I think. How much of Red Dwarf have you watched? I've watched it all pretty much, but not for a while. Or did I watch the last series? I don't think I did watch the last series, actually. So that's something that I need to catch up on. Every live stream that I do, I'm always saying like, oh yeah, I need to catch up on that. I never do, but we'll see. The chat keeps jumping. You haven't seen it. No one tell him Graham is the Rani. Yeah, why not? Fuck it, sure. You've probably gotten asked this before, but Yanni or Laurel? I remember that. I can't remember what I said. I'm pretty sure it was Laurel that I heard. That was stupid. Who do you think will win the league? Now, I don't know. It's looking quite competitive at the top. I mean, everyone thought it was going to be City just blasting people away again. But then Liverpool and Chelsea have come in, and they've got good seasons going. So, I don't know. It's not going to be United, as much as it pains me. So, yeah. One of them. City, Liverpool, or Chelsea. Out of those 3, I'd prefer it to be Chelsea, purely because as a United fan, I do not want City or Liverpool to win the league. So there you go. What's your favourite, Costa or Starbucks? I loathe coffee, so I actively try and avoid those types of places because I just hate the smell. It's just, no, I can't do with coffee at all. How many Doctor Who DVDs do you have? Loads, but I don't know the exact number, but I'm trying to find a number of them. Like even ones that I absolutely love, like City of Death. I don't know where it is. So I need to, because people ask me all the time, like, oh, do a DVD collection. I don't know where they are. They're all over the place. So if I find them, then I will do something like that. But I've pretty much got all of them somewhere. Well, classic series, yeah. New series, I think I've got 1 to 5 and then 10. But that's still in the plastic. Like after series 5, I've not really been interested in getting the DVDs, to be honest. Thoughts on the new TARDIS and new theme as well was one under that. Obviously, I haven't seen episode 2, like I've said, but I have seen the new title sequence and I have seen the new TARDIS. Title sequence, fucking amazing. I love it. I don't know why they've put the producer and director name sort of as part of the names. I thought that was a bit weird, but it looks pretty cool. It's very reminiscent of classic Who to me. I think music is great. Sequence looks great. New TARDIS. Oh, I don't like it. I really, really don't like it. And bearing in mind, I've only seen sort of snippets that they've uploaded onto the YouTube channel or Twitter and like images. I don't know what it is, but the scale is off. And I know that sounds weird because obviously the TARDIS is supposed to be bigger on the inside, but I think the pillars and the actual middle crystal thing in the console, it just looks too big. They look too chunky. It doesn't make sense to me. And from the pictures that I've seen as well, it looks quite dark and dim lit as well, which can work and sometimes does, but other times it doesn't. So I don't know. It's going to take some time to adjust to. People have said it reminds them of the Tenant one, the Eccleston Tenant one, and it reminds me of that as well. And I didn't like that one, so it's not one of my favorites based on what I've seen so far. But I mean, over the course of the series, I might love it. Who knows? Can you explain to me how the start of Destiny of the Daleks makes sense now with the Doctor changing gender? The start of Destiny of the Daleks doesn't make sense, really. I assume you're talking about the scene with Romana going through a load of different bodies. That was just a Douglas Adams gag. I don't think you should look into it too much. I don't know. I don't know if I like that scene, actually, thinking about it. I think I appreciate it being a really fun scene, but for the canon's sake, I'm just like, this is wrong. This is just so wrong. Boring office man blogs, 100k views. Yeah. Stu Bagfull pointed that out. I didn't notice it, but it's a very good point. They should have put. I think it would have been cool if people in the Doctor Who community on YouTube. I mean, obviously they do Doctor Who videos, but maybe they could have put those people there. You know, so people like a Stu Bagfull or Ace Creeper or Batman March or people like that. That could have been fun. But obviously, no, it was just my day at work. It was bad. 100k views. Great. What's your favorite Key to Time story? I really like the Pirate Planet. That's probably the best one. But I also really quite like the Stones of Blood. I don't know what it is. I know some people really don't like it, but I think it's great. It's such a goofy story, but I don't know. I enjoy it. But I think out of the two, I'd have to say Pirate Planet. Follow up to episode 1. How did you react to the consolidated rating figures of 10.9 million? I mean, let's be honest here. It was always going to get incredible viewing figures. Like, not only is it a brand new showrunner, a new doctor who's also a woman now, it was always going to get interest from people, you know, either casual viewers who are just like, oh, I'll see what she's like, from Doctor Who fans anyway. Episode 1, I always say this, and this is something that I think Stephen Amell said when it came to ratings, when he was talking about Arrow and The Flash and all that, and he was like, episode 1 is kind of the least important episode in terms of viewing figures, because that's not really important, because it's whether or not you can retain those figures or those figures develop. I think there was a drop for episode 2 by about 1 million and a bit or something like that. So if the figures stay consistent like that, then that's good. If not, I mean, episode 1 being like 10.9 million means nothing if episode 10 is like 500,000 people. Not saying that it will be, but see what I mean. Are you going to Warp number 2? Yes, I am. There's a William Hartnell event as well in November that I'm going to as well, and then Warp 2 next year. I'm definitely going to that as well. And I think I may know people who are going next year. I may know. Possibly. I can't say, though, because I could be wrong. For one hand, this is like from somebody else that I've heard this, but it's going to be interesting if it's true. Really interesting. How come you decided to do the streams complaining, just doing homework? Because this is the time. I just thought, oh, I might do a live stream. I was thinking of doing an actual video, but I thought because I'm doing the end of time video, like that's going to be such a huge video to get through, because it's cutting it down and like actually watching it. It's going to be really time consuming. So I just thought I'll just be easy for myself. I'll just sort of do a live stream and talk to you guys and see what the crack is. I thought some of the acting in The Woman Who Fell to Earth was shite. Right. On the one hand, Doctor Who has always had shit acting in it. I mean, some of the extras in Classic Who especially are just dog shit. But you're right. There was some really iffy performances. What was that guy who brought in the pod who was so determined to like see what it was, and his mate was just like, are you all right? Or something like that. Something along those lines. I just thought, that's painful. That was really painful. And some of the main cast were cringy at times as well. But I mean, they're just finding the feet, but we'll see. Hopefully, it's not like that for the rest of the series. Told you I hated the new episode, but the more I watched it, the more I actually like it. Well, that's something that happens, you know. There's a few episodes where I've watched them the first time and I just thought, nah. But then I've watched them again and I'm like, you know what? I actually really like that. Unicorn and the Wasp, that's a prime example. I didn't really like that first time I watched it, but then I've watched it again not too long ago, actually, and I was just like, yeah, it's actually a pretty good one. Do you watch Mark Goldbridge? No, I don't. I've seen compilations of him, like some of the ridiculous things that he says, but I don't really watch him. I prefer watching Full Time Devils and Stephen Howson and people like that who talk about United. Out of 10, what do you give the War Games? I would say 7.5. I think because it's too long, that's what sort of brings it down a bit for me. I need to rewatch it. That's the main thing as well. I've not seen it for quite a while, about 18 months, something like that. So I need to check it again. But off the top of my head, I'd say 7.5. What are your thoughts on the shit title of Arachnids in the UK for episode 4? Yeah, I saw that before. I think Ace Creeper shared it or something. That has got to be one of the weakest titles I think I've ever heard. Like, could you not have put, like, I mean, if they're going back to Sheffield, why isn't it not Spiders in Sheffield? You know, like there was aliens in London. Do that. Like, Arachnids in the UK. It just sounds like a BBC News headline. Like, there's Arachnids in the UK. Fan-fucking-tastic. I think Jon Pertwee is the best Doctor. Well, if you think that, then that's fine. I personally love Pertwee. He's my third favourite. Congrats on 5K. Thank you very much. Have you ever heard of the Marvel Platinum graphic novels? If not, I highly recommend them as they are a great starting point for many characters. Do you want me to explain what they are? I have a vague knowledge. The name rings a bell. Do I know what they are? I mean, yeah, tell me what they are in the chat. Congrats 5K subs again. Thank you very much. War Games is a 10. Well, I mean, everyone's got their own opinions, haven't they? Phil Jones, it's the pink boots, Marcus, the bloody pink boots. What was the final score? 3-1? Because I didn't see the game. I missed it. I'm going to have to watch the highlights later. And I'm dead happy that Rashford scored and got an assist as well, I believe. Chat keeps jumping. I'm trying to get through everything. So, hang on. This has just popped up. Quick review on the new Doctor 2 episodes. I was the guy that tweeted you about the season starter. I have mentioned before, episode 1, didn't really like. Episode 2, haven't seen yet. So, yeah. Opinion on season 24, dog shit. Absolute fucking dog shit. It has its moments, but no, it's not very good. Jodie is trying to be Matt Smith, but can't hit the mark. Yeah, I see elements of Matt Smith, and I see elements of David Tennant as well. And I think that's more of a problem. That if she was just genuinely bad, then that would be better than her imitating other doctors. And look, other doctors have taken other elements from other doctors. That's fine. At the end of the day, it's essentially the same character. So you do have to sort of see where, Matt Smith borrowed aspects from Troughton, Tennant borrowed aspects from Tom Baker. But within that, they built their own doctor. Obviously, I've only seen episode 1 yet, and throughout the rest of this series, what I'm about to say could be total bollocks. Maybe it was just post-regeneration trauma or whatever it is. But if that was Jodie's doctor, and that is going to be Jodie's doctor for the rest of the series, it is just a pale imitation, and that's a bit shit, because I'd rather her be her own doctor than just be a repeat of what's come before. So it is what it is. When will we do another podcast? Next few weeks, hopefully. 10K Crimson Horror reaction. I don't know if it's going to be another Doctor Who. Oh, somebody else has said Warriors of the Deep for 10K. I have an idea of what I want to do for 10K. I don't think it'll be an episode reaction, though. So we'll have to see. I think Jodie improved in the Ghost Monument. Yeah, I've heard a few people say that. So hopefully that is the case. Obviously what I just said then is based off of purely just seeing episode 1 so far. So yeah, that's good to hear. Do you think season 18 is good? I love season 18. Not the Leisure Hive, that can go and fuck itself. But the rest of it, I really, really enjoy. Even Meglos, people give that shit. I think that's actually quite an underrated one. It's campy as fuck and it's cheesy as hell, but I love it and I can't help but love it. Would you like to see a Sean Pertwee play? Sean Pertwee. There's only one Sean Pertwee. Unless there's multiple. If your name is Sean Pertwee, hello. Would you like to see Sean Pertwee play the third Doctor similar to David Bradley as the first Doctor? I know recasting Doctors is controversial, but I think this could work. I don't know. I don't like when they recast the Doctors, personally. Well, recast previous incarnations of the Doctor. Even if they do a great job, it's just not the same. You know, William Hartnell is the first Doctor. John Pertwee is the third Doctor. As nice as it would be and as sentimental as it would be, I don't know if I want to see it. And at the same time, you know, where would they come back? I mean, if it's audios, yeah, I can get that. I mean, obviously David Bradley, and I think all the people from Adventure in Space and Time have come back, haven't they? But on TV, I don't know, especially after Twice Upon a Time with how they treated the first Doctor. If they do a repeat of that again, nah, I don't want that. I don't want that at all. Thoughts on the new theme tune? Really love it. Really, really love it. Would you want the Cybermen in the new series? At some point, yeah. I mean, I always want to see the Cybermen. But if Chibnall's saying that we're not getting any recurring villains, or at least from previous years, then I'm fine with that as well. I do think that they do need resting. Same with the Daleks. Have you seen the Captain Marvel trailer? Yes, I have. I thought it was okay. I didn't think it was the best Marvel trailer. I mean, look, it's not going to be Infinity War, is it? But I'm looking forward to it. I really like the Captain Marvel character. Some versions of the Captain Marvel character. So yeah, hopefully it's good. I'm really into it. I love women. Good. I love everybody. Good for you. Fans of Doctor Who like tea. I don't like hot drinks, to be fair. Villain of the 2 episodes is the same. You just don't see them in the second. Okay, fair enough. Corrie fans love coffee. I'm getting a sense here that people like saying TV shows then that they love a certain hot drink. Okay. If everything was free for 1 hour, what would you do and where would you go? Well, it depends. I mean, can I get there instantly? Because if it was free, oh no, I'd book everything in advance. Yeah. So if I wanted to go to visit London or Paris or wherever, I'd just book all the train tickets for like a year and then it'd all be free. Yeah, that'd be cool. Only an hour though. I don't know. What else would I do? I'd buy a Dalek and I'd get a TARDIS as well. That'd be cool. What else? There's so much shit that I want. It's unreal. Have you bought the complete DVDs of the goodies? No. I haven't even seen it, I don't think. Favorite song? My favorite song of all time is Falling Down by Oasis. Really good song. It's not a most popular one, but I really like it. What's your favorite fruit? I really love apples. Although, to be fair, I'm more of a veg guy. I love like broccoli and peas and carrots and all that sort of stuff, and sweet corn and baby corn and all that sort of stuff. But apples and grapes are cool. I like them. 9 seasons of Clara or an eternity of Moffat? I'm gonna have to say Moffat on that one, purely because Moffat at least gave us good things. And he also gives me content because I get to rant about him. So I'd rather that than put up with an insufferable Clara, personally. Fun fact, the second Doctor actually didn't regenerate in the War Games. He actually escaped the exile for a while, and then the Time Lords caught him and he was forced to regenerate. Isn't that a fan film thing that was on the DVD? Or is that something else that I'm thinking of? I'm sure I saw something like that. And I'm pretty sure John Pertwee was in it as well. How do you feel about England beating Spain? Gutted that I missed it, but I mean, it's a meaningless game, isn't it, essentially? Or is it that new tournament thing? I don't know. TARDIS looks so gloomy and cramped now. Yeah, I do agree with that. But then again, because I loved the last one so much, I think any TARDIS that followed that was going to have a hard time to impress me. So, do you think that the freezer deserves a light? What? As in like an actual fridge freezer, or have I missed something here? If it's an actual fridge freezer, then probably not. The TARDIS is the Fortress of Solitude. Yeah, actually. I mean, more orange, but yeah, I see what you mean. What's your favorite Big Finish audio? My favorite Big Finish audio is Spare Parts, without a shadow of a doubt. I mean, I love a lot of the Eighth Doctor stuff. I like quite a lot of the Colin Baker stuff as well, but Spare Parts was it the first one I heard? It might have been. It's one of the first ones I heard anyway, and you know, I love the Cybermen. Gotta be that. And the chat has jumped again. Fuck's sake. I don't know why it keeps happening, but I have to keep scrolling, which is irritating. So if I miss things, then I do apologize. Thoughts on Tomb of the Cybermen? I really, really like it. I prefer the Invasion to Tomb of the Cybermen, but I really do like Tomb. I think, but the thing is though, because it had such mystery around it, and you know, when it was still missing, I think it didn't quite live up to the hype. But I think the Cybermen in that are really, really creepy, and I love the Cyber Controller. Because was that the first one that the Cyber Controller appeared? Yeah, I think it was. It's good. I like it. Romana doesn't change sex. No, she doesn't. But it'd be interesting if Romana came back as a man. Ryan's got to be my favorite of the new three. I like how he has a disability and has a love-hate thing with Graham. He's funny too. I did like Ryan the most from episode 1, I must admit. And I did think he was the most relatable one out of the three. So there you go. Hopefully they all get their time to shine eventually. Will Stu Bagfull ever be on the podcast? If he's willing to do it, then yeah. Pigeon Man eats the Doctor's chicken McNuggies. I get the feeling that sometimes people just put shit in the chat for me to read out. Yasmin is pointless. I mean, I think she's probably going to get an episode to herself. I think that's what they were saying. So, yeah. You look pumped. Have you been working out? No, I have not. I did a fair bit of exercise this weekend, though, actually. But apart from that, no, not really. Are you getting the season 19 box set? No, I'm not. I mean, that's the annoying thing, because with these Blu-rays, like with the season 12 and now the season 19 one, I've got them all anyway on DVD. So I don't see I mean, obviously the picture quality is going to be better, but I've got more attachment to, you know, these type of DVDs. Like it really fucks me off when they've released those DVDs like with Enemy of the World and one of them where the covers are different and it's not like the grey and whatnot. I like that. I have OCD with stuff like that. So, yeah, no, it's the answer to that. England 3, Spain 2. Oh, it's 3-2. Okay. Oh, I can't wait to watch the highlights. What do you think of... what do you think a bit of the 13th Doctor from what you've seen? Just asking. I think she's acting too much like Tennant. I said kind of the same thing before. Like, she's not really original at the minute. But I hope she improves. I like the 9th, 10th Doctor's TARDIS, but I don't like the new one. I mean, the thing is, with both of them, they're both organic feeling TARDISes, and I don't really like that. I do prefer the more mechanical, clean doctorish Doctor is in a real Doctor, like a Doctor surgery type TARDIS. I really like that. I mean, obviously the organic thing looks more alien, but I don't know. I prefer the more that one. Whatever I'm doing, Big Fish, Little Fish, Cardboard Box. Apparently, Sterling 2 goals like damn, and Rashford. Good to see Sterling scoring actually, because he gets a lot of shit. So yeah. And I mean, Rashford, obviously, I'm always going to be happy for him. You see Cybermen outside of your house and the TARDIS appears. Which Doctor do you want to walk out? Colin, because he was the most brutal with the Cybermen, like gunning them down and whatnot. That'd be cool. He'd just be there, like with the gun, sort of like Attack of the Cybermen again. That'd be cool. Time length for the for the stream. Is the clue not in the title? Good win for England. Yeah, looks like it. What's the worst monster in Doctor Who? Ooh. I mean, I don't know, because there's so many monsters that are sort of like really shit, but they're forgettable at the same time. So I don't know. But when you say monster, do you mean like a bad monster? Because obviously there's been like creatures that have appeared in Doctor Who that aren't necessarily bad or the big bad in the episode or the story. They've just sort of been there. I think the Menoptera are quite crap. But I don't think they were the bad guy, were they? From memory. I don't know. Worst monster. Macra, possibly. They're a bit shit. What do you think of the titles for episodes 3 to 6? Well, Rosa speaks for itself. Arachnids in the UK, shite. What was the other one? The Witch Finders, the Witch Hunters, or something. That's a Doctor Who title, I think. You know, you can picture that being a Pertwee title. You know, it's like Doctor Who and the Silurians, and Doctor Who and the Witch Hunters, or Witch Finders, or whichever. So yeah, I mean, episode titles in the long run, they mean nothing. I mean, as long as the episode is good, it could be called "Fuck You, Audience." So I don't care. People are going to clip that. I just know. Did you like the monster in episode 1? The tooth guy? Not really. I thought it was really interesting at the start, where you had the sort of diamond thing that Ryan touched, and then there was that sort of giant blue clove of garlic that suddenly hatched, and then it was just like, oh, it's like the Terminator, but weirder. It kind of reminded me of a Sarah Jane Adventures villain, not gonna lie. But yeah, I mean, it's episode 1. I mean, the Atraxi from the 11th Hour, who gives a shit? Prisoner Zero as well from 11th Hour, who gives a shit? So the most important thing in a Doctor's first episode isn't usually the villain. So, yeah. Who's a bigger monster, Ed Woodward or the Crinoids? Ed Woodward, because he's real. What event in November? VorpCon, which was this year, they are doing another event, which is a William Hartnell-based event. So I think there's quite a few people that are going to that. Peter Purvis might be going to that. I think Annika Wills is going to that as well. I believe Waris Hussein as well. I'm not 100% sure, but it's in November at some point. I want to say the 25th, but I'm not 100% sure on that. Opinion on the episode Midnight. All right. Bit overrated, but all right. Fuck's sake. What do you think of I can't even say it. What do you think of furries? Random question, I know. Yeah, it was a fucking random question, but look, do whatever you want. Just don't come near me if you're a furry. It's weird. Can't wait to see you watch The End of Time. I can. I can wait. I tweeted you on Twitter about episode 1. Do you agree with what I said? I had quite a few tweets about episode 1, but I probably did. What's the best type of chicken? Strips, peri-peri, popcorn, grilled, etc. Oh, I don't know, because I do love a bit. I mean, on Sunday, I had popcorn chicken from a takeaway, and it was glorious. This evening, I had a breaded chicken steak, and that was also glorious. And I cooked it myself, and I didn't kill myself, so hats off to me. I don't know. I love all chicken. I love all. Well, my least favorite type of chicken is when it's on the bone. I'm not a massive fan of wings or drumsticks or thighs. I mean, I'll eat them, but I don't like them on the bone. I like just getting stuck in, like with a chicken breast or something. So anything that's boneless, basically, I quite like. Totally random, but does anyone else seriously miss Crime Watch? Is it not on anymore? I mean, I don't even fucking watch it, so I don't know. And here's the thing. Fucking chat again keeps jumping. Again, I do apologize if I've missed any questions here. How much do you rate Alexis Sanchez judging by the shirt? On his day, right, he's a top player, but recently he's been shocking. Well, since he joined United, he's been shocking. I mean, it was a good goal against Newcastle, and I'm hoping that he'll start again. Like, he'll start firing again. I mean, Statman Dave, if anybody watches him, he made a very good point that his output centrally in the latter stages of his career have been much better than his stats when he played on the left or the right. So, I don't know. Just have to see. Thoughts on Day of the Daleks? I did put it in my top 10 worst of the classic series. However, I must admit, upon watching it again, it's not that bad. It's definitely not top 10 worst. So anybody who saw that video and got angry, I do apologize. I don't know what I'd put instead, but yeah, I don't think Day of the Daleks should have been on there. I mean, it's not great. I'm not sitting here saying, oh, actually, it's fucking mint. It's still a bit shit, but it's not top 10 worst shit. So, yeah, sorry. Why do you prefer Series 5 over 4 and 1? I just think the stories are better. I think Matt Smith really hit the ground running. I think because it was so... It was a breath of fresh air compared to Russell's era, which was starting to get a bit repetitive and a bit samey. So to just see this sort of new vibe, I guess, just sort of the more fairy tale vibe of Series 5, I really, really like. And I think Amy Pond is a really interesting character, and the idea that the Doctor met her as a child and then sort of came back and then he got it wrong and she was a grown woman now. I really like that. It just sets it off really nicely. And I don't think there's a single episode of Series 5 that I genuinely dislike. I think, obviously, there's ones I prefer more than others, but I don't think I dislike any of them, and I don't think I can say that for any other of the new series. Congrats on 5K. Where's the end of time reaction this week? Has there ever been a scene in Doctor Who where you believe the TARDIS was bigger on the inside or the effect looked good? There's been multiple ones. I mean, the new series especially. I think scenes like where you go directly from outside of the TARDIS and the camera follows from behind and they go into the set, I think that looks really cool. I mean, obviously there's times where the TARDIS is just stood still, like, and they'll open the door and you see it in the background. That looks pretty cool. Which story was it now? The Matt Smith one, where there's a big shot on a plane. I think it's the Bells of St. John, where they sort of pan round, go on the plane, and then back into the TARDIS. That was really cool. I like that. British people don't die. We regenerate. Damn fucking straight. Do you know what Star Wars Legends is? Yeah, I do. Obviously, Star Wars Legends is all the stuff that isn't canon now because of fuckwits at Disney. But yeah, sorry. If you could, please make a video on it. Expanded Universe Star Wars is better than the canon, in my opinion, but I respect your opinion. I don't know if it's better because, I mean, I think the original trilogy is pretty much perfection. All right, no, it's not. It's flawed perfection. But I mean, there's stuff in it like different comic books and different books and video games and whatnot that are really, really good. Whether or not I'll do a video on it, I probably will at some point. I mean, I want to do more gaming videos anyway, so I may talk about different Star Wars games. So that should be cool. Ooh, what would you like a Doctor... I don't know why it just went, ooh. What would you like a Doctor Who spin-off to be about? I don't know if I want another Doctor Who spin-off at the minute, to be honest. I mean, Torchwood would be great to be back again. Like, obviously there's the audios, but I want it on TV again. Class was shite. Sarah Jane Adventures was good. Oh god, there was a horrible K9 series as well. I don't know. Just trying to think, what would be a good spin-off? Maybe Young Davros, but then again, they kind of did that on audio with the I Davros. But maybe make it into a really dark series. That could be cool. Or an 8th Doctor series. That'd be good. Top 3 post-regeneration stories. I'm probably going to do that for a video, so I won't give it away here. Life from Mars, question mark. Yep. I don't know what you mean by that, but yep, that is a thing. People have probably asked this, but why is the cam worse when you're live? That's because it's a webcam. It's not my actual camera. Like, these are the cameras that I use to record videos with. So I need to get a better webcam. This was just sort of like a quick solution. Hopefully it'll be better in the future because I'm going to try and work on it. When are you planning to finish the Honest live vid? Just don't want to miss a chance to learn something. Probably in about another 20 minutes because I mean it's Honest hour, so I aim for an hour. I thought the 13th Doctor would be better as a strict space nanny, not a hubbly bubbly Doctor. Yeah, I do agree actually. But then again, at the same time, Capaldi started off as the very sort of strict, am I a good man? Like, is he actually the Doctor? Like, who is the Doctor actually? That type of thing. So I think they did need a more light-hearted Doctor. But whether or not that suits Jodie Whittaker's strengths, I don't know. We'll have to see. Are you a qualified first aider? If not, you should do a first aid course. I'm not, but I do know how to do resuscitation. Not like that, but in the event, I could probably do it. Probably. We'll see. What, in your opinion, is a great story from the modern series to show a mate who's just getting into it? Nothing too much, just a simple run around. The 11th Hour, to be honest. I'd say that's a good starting on point. Probably the best starting on point. Thoughts on the Arctic Monkeys' new album? I have not heard it yet. Alex Turner, an outside bet for the 14th Doctor. Yeah, I doubt that's going to happen. Thoughts on season 7? I assume you're referring to John Pertwee's first series and not Matt Smith's last series. I really like it. Spearhead from Space is obviously incredible. Ambassadors of Death is brilliant as well. Silurians is good. And then there's Inferno, which I'm not massive on, but yeah. Chibnall lied about having no cliffhangers. Yeah, that's true. You know, sort of being teleported into space and then ending the episode there. That is kind of a cliffhanger. So, you know, why's my voice just gone like that? I don't know. New design of the Cybermen or the current design? Gotta be a new design. I think Jodie might go for Tom Baker's record reign. I don't think that's going to happen. I don't think anybody is going to beat Tom's record, personally. I just hope not, anyway. Do you think the Daleks will have a redesign? I hope so. I really hope so. Rank season 7. Spearhead, Ambassadors, Silurians, Inferno. That's mine personally. I know people really love Inferno and people really love the Silurians and whatnot, but that's how I would rank it personally. Oh, I might go and watch Spearhead from Space after I've done this, actually. Oh, that'd be good. Has there ever been a scene... Oh, no, hang on. That's from way back. Has this chat just jumped again? Huh. Oh, bollocks. Have you seen / do you like Scream of the Shalka? Have I seen it? Yeah, I think I have, but it's been a while. Yeah, it's okay. It's all right. It's not anything amazing. Just joined and don't want to ask the same stuff. What questions should I avoid? Basically, thoughts on Doctor Who this year. Anything to do with it, whether that's the title sequence, episode 1 or episode 2, Jodie Whittaker, blah, blah, blah. Yeah. Who's your favorite comedian? Lee Evans. I was watching Lee Evans last night. Roadrunner again. Oh, it's fucking funny. It's really fucking funny. Oil of Roulette. Nobody's going to get that except one person, so I hope they appreciate it if they're watching. Worst classic season? 24. Easy. Season 12 versus season 13. Season 13 is my favorite, so it's got to be that. Season 13 is literally my favorite Doctor Who season ever. So it's not even... nothing can hold a candle to that, basically. They're basically a collection of Marvel characters' most important moments, i.e., their first appearance, origin. They usually go for around 17 quid. Ah, yes, yes, I have seen them before. I was tempted to pick the Guardians one that you mentioned here. I was tempted to pick one up, but I didn't in the end for some reason. What's the one thing you would want to really? What's the one thing you would really want to see in Series 11? Good writing. There we go. What's your favorite X-Men movie? Does it count if I say either Deadpool or Logan, or do you mean the actual X-Men movies? If so, well, it's either Logan or Deadpool. But if you mean strictly an X-Men movie, then it's got to be Days of Future Past for me. Although I do quite like the first one and X2 as well. Favorite Doctor Who YouTuber? I don't know. I like a load. Council of Geeks, Ace Creeper, Batman March, Stu Bagfull. Who else do I watch? I don't know, really. But yeah, there's a few that I like. Best and worst TARDIS teams. Mine's Victoria, Jamie, and Patrick Troughton. Worst, well, best one's Tom and Sarah for me. Worst. Oh, Mel and Sylvester. Really don't like Mel at all. Really don't like Mel. Thoughts on Moffat's other shows like Jekyll and Coupling? Haven't seen Coupling. Oh no, I have. I've seen bits, but yeah, whatever. Jekyll, I thought it was okay. It was cool. Would you ever do a villain? Would you ever do a villain story rankings, i.e., Cybermen stories? Yes, yes, I will. What did you think of Grace? Didn't really care, to be honest. It was just she was there, you know. Moffat and Gatiss are adapting Dracula. Think it will be any good? Yeah, I heard about this. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know. I mean, I'll check it out though. Are your specs Sonic? Well, no. My side seems thoughts on Day of the Daleks. I said that before. It's not as bad as I previously have said. Thoughts on the Web Planet? Fucking shit. My girlfriend really hates it as well. Which is your favorite design of the Cybermen? Mine's Cybus. If you bear with me a second. Earthshock. Got to be. That's heavier than I thought. Do you like Casualty, Holby City, Grey's Anatomy? No, I don't really like those type of hospital shows, like the hospital dramas. The only one that is set in a hospital that I really, really like is Scrubs. But obviously, that's more of a comedy. However, I mean, everybody probably has seen it at some point, but it does have its darker moments, but it is supposed to be a comedy. Apples or grapes? Apples or grapes? Apples. What is your favourite season you've witnessed as a Manchester United fan? Mine would be 07-08. I really like Fergie's last season, you know, like with Robin Van Persie and like winning the league when Sir Alex is retiring. What could be better? It's just that's how you would want him to go, isn't it? And Van Persie, some of his goals that year, man, amazing. I can't think of questions to ask. Don't matter. Don't have to. I mean, I'm going to do more of these anyway. So, what did you think about the whole Tim Shaw thing? I didn't care for it. I mean, if you're going to mock and ridicule your lead villain, well, don't basically, unless that villain can make up for it in another way, like be so badass that even if you do ridicule them, it doesn't really matter. He was just some blue git with teeth on his face. Oh well. Daleks could have easily been in the second episode in a destroyed Skaro with remnants of Daleks. Based on the images, because obviously I've not seen it yet, based on the images that I've seen, like it is more of like a desert planet, isn't it? That could have been cool. That could have been really cool. Do you like the name Rosa for the next episode? Better pun than 11th Hour. I mean, what else would you call it? I don't know. Favorite episode of the Green Grass? I like the one where the Driscoll brothers turn up again. That's fun. You can invert the covers on the new classic DVD cases for the original design. Damn it, that's a thing, isn't it? Fuck. Well, I've been rumbled. I think the new TARDIS looks really cheap. I wouldn't say it looks cheap. I just wouldn't say I like it. People who like Jodie and say she's the best are very annoying. I do agree with that because, well, if you genuinely like Jodie Whittaker's Doctor, like with any Doctor, that's fine. Not everybody has to, of course. But if you do, then that is fine. But don't go, because I mean, scrolling through Twitter is a fucking nightmare. Like, she's not the best Doctor yet. She's had 2 episodes. Just give her a chance. Like, you can't really say where she is in the rankings of Doctors yet at all. At least until the end of Series 11, in my opinion. Yeah, it is annoying at this point. The chat is so far behind. I know there's so many questions that keep popping up and it keeps jumping, so I keep trying to find my place, so I do apologize. What was your emotions when Grace died? For some reason, I cried even though I barely knew her. I don't know if it's the good acting or writing or I'm just soft. Probably just soft. I didn't feel a thing, to be honest. Thoughts on Only Fools and Horses? I can't talk. Thoughts on the Only Fools and Horses episode, A Royal Flush? Which one was that again? Was that the poker game? Or was that a different one? Bear with me a second, because I do remember that one. Royal Flush, Only Fools and Horses. See if I can find it. The one where, yeah, okay, where Rodney meets that posh bird. Yeah, I do like that. I do like a lot of the Only Fools and Horses specials, actually. Do you agree with me that Hartlepool United will win promotion from the National League to League 2 this season? I don't follow lower league football too much, so if you support them, I hope they do. So there you go. Do you think when the Daleks return, they will get a new look? And if so, what would you like them to look like? I do think they'll get a new look. What do I want them to look like? Like Daleks. Because obviously the Paradigm Daleks were just fat and weird and multicolored, and it was just no. I mean, the design from the new series so far, like the bronze ones, are really, really good, but I just think they're a bit boring. I think maybe tweak that design slightly and give them a different color. Like, I'm sick of seeing bronze Daleks now. It's just boring. Like gunmetal grey or silver or something. I don't know. The bronze is just a bit tacky now, I think. Why so cute? Me? Some people think I am. Matt Berry or Chris Morris? Oh, I've seen who's just asked that question. You know damn well I prefer Matt Berry. But Chris Morris is awesome, I must admit. Would you like to see the Silence come back, but not like a small cameo or like a proper good episode? Sure, why not? They were cool. The chat keeps jumping again. I know that people have asked questions, and I keep missing them, and I do apologize. Tobey Maguire, Andrew Garfield, or Tom Holland? Tom Holland. Ever watched Hustle? Nope. Thoughts on season 11? My favorite Pertwee season, personally. I do like it. His hair's massive in season 11, isn't it? I really like it. There's some good stories in there. Monster of Peladon's not good, though. I quite like Invasion of the Dinosaurs, though. And obviously, like you've got gems in there like Planet of the Spiders and Time Warrior. And obviously Sarah Jane's introduced. So it's great. I like that. But I prefer her dynamic with Tom over John, personally. Is there something you've done before that you'd never do again? If so, what is it? Well, I mean, there's plenty of things in my life that I've done that I wouldn't do again. But I don't know, really. I don't know. That's a difficult question. That's a really thought-provoking one. I'll have to have a think about that one. But that's a really good question, actually. What do you think of the honest trailers for Classic and Modern Who? I thought they were quite good, actually. I've not rated honest trailers for a while now. I think they've really gone downhill. But, yeah, that was a good one. Are we going to get a new podcast soon? And are you thinking of doing a prediction for Avengers 4? Yeah, new podcast should be soon. I mentioned that before. Hopefully, next few weeks. We'll have to see because, like I say, I am trying to get Dan on it again. But if not, there's another guest that I've got lined up. So, yeah, we'll see. Did you see Venom? No, not yet. I'm hoping it's. Well, I hope I like it. Basically, which is better, hot weather or cold weather? Well, it depends. I mean, I live up north, so I'm used to cold weather, not hot weather, and I'm ginger, so I'm not good in the sun. So I'm gonna have to say cold weather. Really, The Adventures of Salad. I hope that's actually a thing because I'm going to look that up. Thoughts on these shows? Black Mirror, I really like it. Prefer Inside Number 9, though. Steven Universe, never seen it. Breaking Bad, couldn't get into it. And Buffy. I really like Buffy. I'm not keen on a reboot, though. So, have you heard about the new Star Wars show, Mandalorian? I think it was called. Yes, it was. The Jon Favreau project, I think. Looks cool. Should be cool. Love the channel and all you do. Oh, thank you very much. 10,000 votes to get Clara and me in the Flying Diner. Let's get to 100,000. Yeah, let's not have more Clara, please. How would you rank the Doctors in order of how dark they are? Would you ever do a video on this? I don't know if I'd do a video on it, but I'd have to have a think about that one. Because it depends. Some Doctors usually aren't that dark, but they have some of the darkest moments. Like, I personally think that Tennant and Matt Smith weren't dark Doctors, but some of the things that they did were the darkest things that the Doctor's ever done. So how would you rank that against Sylvester McCoy or Christopher Eccleston or Peter Capaldi, who I would say are genuinely dark Doctors? Or at least McCoy later on, anyway. What about the Luke Smith Adventures? Oh, that's actually a cool idea. Sort of carrying it on. I don't know. I don't know if it'd be the same though. And I think obviously the actors have moved on and done other things now, but that's actually a sweet idea. I like that. When will you make a video on the new Doctor episodes? When the series is finished, I'll do a full review of Series 11. Their aim was to make Series 11 a jumping on point. Did you think it was a good point to start from if you weren't a fan? No, not really. I mean, I can see why, but well, no, in terms of it, if you're a new fan, it does work, but I think there were certain elements in it that, particularly the format of it, like with the no TARDIS, no title sequence and whatnot. I think if you were a new fan, you wouldn't bat an eyelid, but I think if you're an actual Doctor Who fan and you know what Doctor Who's like, it was really jarring. So I don't know. I personally, like I said, I didn't really think it was all that, but you know, here's what it is. Best 3 Batman movies: Batman Begins, The Dark Knight, and Dark Knight Rises. Easy. Am I the only one who thinks the electric ball monster thing from The Woman Who Fell to Earth looked like Tangela? No, you're not. I thought it looked like Tangela as well, and quite a few people have said that. I'm glad that you also said that. The only one to beat Tom's reign would have been Capaldi. Yeah, maybe, but obviously it's been interesting with Capaldi lately, hasn't it? What's your favourite colour? I'm quite greedy, so I have 3: green, red. Nope. Fuck. Not even red. Green, blue, and orange. Fuck's sake. I love Lee Evans. Comment next to that. Can't stand Lee Evans. Well, I like the diversity of opinion here. Iron Man 3 is underrated. Yeah, I do agree with that. What's your favourite Patrick Troughton story? Mine is War Games. I love The Invasion. Surprise, surprise, sad man fanboy. Nerdy Productions, yo man, hello. Would you do a ranking of the Darkest Doctors? I've just said that. Have you ever had an awkward vegan or feminist experience? Like you made a joke or were seen eating meat and they rant to you? Yeah, sometimes you do get stuff like that. Not vegan, though. I haven't really come across... I don't think I've met a vegan, actually. But feminist, yeah. Th- this was on a night out where this was like a someone who I used to know, and like in the middle of a night out, she gets drunk, and then she's just like, the wage gap is criminal and all this sort of stuff, and bangs on about the wage gap and how women are oppressed and all this sort of stuff. And I was just like, we're on a night out, can you not? Like, there's no need. Like, yeah, you worry about that in your own time, but we're here to enjoy ourselves, not rant and rave about how shit men are and patriarchy and all that sort of shit. So yeah. Thoughts on Power Ranger? I like that. Just going to plug my reviews. Don't mean to be rude. Really like your channel. Zach Jags, you feel free to plug whatever you want. Frontios, one of my favorite Fifth Doctor stories. Frontios. Is that the one with the weird slug people? Yeah, it's all right. Not amazing though. Doesn't the TARDIS blow up in that one or something? Yeah. Yeah, it's okay. How should Doctor Who end? It shouldn't. Who will be your dream Doctor? Tom Baker. What is your real name? I'm assuming it's not Wingy Media. If it is, that's awkward. No, it is not Wingy Media. It's actually Media Wingy. No, it's Alex. My real name is Alex. Oh, someone's literally just put, like, it's Alex Smith. Yeah. Well, I mean, it's in my Instagram, so... Would you like to see Rose return? Nope, not at all. Just jumped on. Who's getting relegated from the Prem this season? Well, good job you've just jumped on, because I'm another 5 minutes and I'll have to head off. Who's getting relegated? Cardiff, they're going down. United, if they're not careful. I don't really know the rankings in the table at the minute. I reckon Newcastle might struggle. And who else? Huddersfield. That was more obvious than Newcastle. Yeah, I'll say Cardiff, Newcastle, and Huddersfield. But Man United, maybe. Fucking hell. I had a bad feminist experience. I was unsure about Whittaker, as many people were, and I got called a Nazi, so that was fun. Oh, yeah, no, there was all that as well. Obviously, I did my reaction video when she was announced, and people just like, you just hate women, and you're just horrible, and you're a Nazi, and I bet you wanted Wonder Woman to fail, and all this sort of stuff. And it's just like, really? Really? I always argue back with that Ricky Gervais thing that he said. Was it Ricky Gervais? I think it was, where he's just like, how can I hate women? My mum's one. It's true though. Have you seen the IT Crowd? Yeah, it's brilliant. Fucking amazing. Warp 2 predictions, like who's going to come? I imagine Colin's going to come again. Sylvester, maybe. Possibly a new series Doctor. Who knows? Do you like Monty Python? Yeah, it's pretty cool. Wingy, you are a sexy beast. Thank you. It's good to know that people do think that. Thoughts on Doctor Who ever being rebooted? Would it work? No. Well, that's the thing. Like with Doctor Who, it's something that can carry on. There isn't a natural ending point. You can always carry on the story. So I don't think it needs to end and then restart. Did you ever have a teacher at school that you still hate to this day? Sometimes it feels like they use their authority and abuse it. Yeah. I mean, I think everybody does. Everybody has a teacher that they really loved. And there's obviously other people who you just fucking hate. So, yeah, Mrs. Gill, fuck you. She ain't watching. Do you like Stone Roses? I do. I do really like the Stone Roses. They're cool. I like, this will be the last question. So, actually, no, there's a few more that are coming in that are good. Right. So, the last person that's coming for me is Paul Richards. So, up until there, I'll answer those and then I'm going to have to go. So, I do apologize. Your girlfriend seems nice. Yes, she does. Right. So, where was that? She is really nice, actually. I shouldn't have just gone, yeah, she's cool. No, she's really awesome. Crap, I've lost where it was now. Yeah, if you were to recast the In-Betweeners, you, Dan, Brandon, and Maka, who would you cast as which character? We've already done this. I'm Jay, but not as extreme. Brandon is Will, without a shadow of a doubt. Dan is Simon, because in high school, he was the spitting image of Simon. It was unreal. And by default, Mac has got to be Neil. But we all have elements of all of them. But I think that's how I would do it. Right. Okay. So I think I might have worded my question wrong. Sorry. When I said who is your dream doctor, yeah, no, I got what you meant. I'm saying my dream doctor is Tom Baker. It always is. Yeah. No. Well, that's I never really think about who I'd want as the doctor personally. I just sort of think, oh, they might be good about it. Really. Thoughts on the two doctors? My favorite Sixth Doctor story. I really like the two doctors. I really do like the two doctors. I prefer. Oh, it might be my favorite Colin one actually. And thinking about it, that was when I met Colin. It was the two doctors that I got signed by him. So yeah, I really do like that one. I need to watch it again. Actually, it's an underrated one, but then again, a lot of Colin stuff is. If Doctor Who ended, do you agree Blake Seven should take its place? Now, I apologize to people who've just come up in the chat. That is going to be the last question. Should Blake Seven take its place? I don't know about take its place as such, but Blake Seven needs a reboot. I love with a passion Blake Seven. So I really, really want to see them remake it and do it justice. But yeah, no, if Doctor Who was to go off the air in the next few years, 10 years, whatever it may be, then do a reboot of Blake Seven. Obviously, a lot of people who were involved with the original Blake Seven were involved with Doctor Who, like Terry Nation and Chris Boucher, and some of the actors were in Doctor Who as well, like Paul Darrow was in A Colin Story, Jacqueline Pearce was in The Two Doctors. So yeah, why not? But yeah, that is going to wrap it up. It's Honest Hour, and I've given you an extra 6.5 minutes so far, so you're very welcome. But no, thank you guys for tuning in. Thank you guys again for 5,000 subscribers. That is amazing. Absolutely amazing. Nerdaholics Booker got here too late. Yeah, sorry. Maybe next time. But yeah, no, thank you very much for your support as well, because I know recently it has been sort of a bit sporadic with uploads and whatnot, but I am trying to get back into the rhythm of things again. So yeah, End of Time reaction is going to be this week, so keep your eyes peeled for that. Like, subscribe, all that sort of stuff. And yeah, until next time, guys, as always, take care of yourselves and goodbye.